Welcome to the Corelytics Standard Getting Started tutorial. This is an introductory video to show you how to upload your data to Corelytics, map your accounts, calculate your predominant business model. We're going to take a look at some trends and forecasting and make sure you understand how to set your goals and how to use the leading indicator screen to identify problem areas, and then talk a little bit about the monthly 30-minute action plan. This is a great video to watch before you attend one of our training sessions. In those sessions, you'll go into much more detail about how to map accounts, how to look at trends and set goals. Corelytics is compatible with QuickBooks 2005 and later, and even QuickBooks 2010. To load your data, simply click on the web connector. Use the web connector to safely and securely upload your data, and when you have all green bars, everything's good to go. One of the things that's great about Corelytics Standard is you can manage multiple lines of business or multiple revenue centers. Corelytics Standard doesn't care how you organize your chart of accounts in QuickBooks. The first thing you need to do when you upload your data for the first time is to map your source accounts to the Corelytics Standard accounts here on the right. As I mentioned earlier, we provide training in this area, but what you'll need to know is that once you've done this mapping, Corelytics remembers which accounts are mapped to which standard accounts, and you won't have to do it again. The next thing you're going to want to do is, from the business profile screen, click on the calculate button to calculate your predominant business model. This allows Corelytics to display benchmarks for that particular model. Just enter in your top line revenue information from left to right, and when all total bars are green, you're good to go, and you will get a PBM or predominant business model displayed back to you. Corelytics Standard lets you take a look at 8 key categories of trends. Now, we're not going to show you all of those in this video, but you can look at revenues, expenses, profit, gross margin, look at detailed expense analysis. You can monitor balances like cash, receivables, or inventory. You can take a look at how your staff is contributing to the bottom line and what your owner's compensation potential will be. Here on the revenue screen, we're looking at the relationship between the trend of revenue and expense. This is a 2-year history of that relationship. In another example, here we're looking at the trend, the 2-year trend of expenses for professional fees. It's also always nice to watch things like, where are your receivables trends heading? Here we can see the receivables are going up, but so is revenue. If you've ever wondered what each billable full-time equivalent or FTE is costing you compared to revenue, you can see that here as well, and a bunch of other things from the staff contribution screen. Not only can you see the 2-year history of these trends, but you can also do the 12-month or 4-quarter forecasts. These screens show you a couple of different things. The projected 12-month high and low growth potential. These are based off of your 2-year history and your previous 2-quarter or 6-month history. These screens also show you the relationship of the trajectory of your numbers, which can be more important than the numbers themselves sometimes. So what do we do with all this information? Well, we set goals. With Corelytics Standard, there's no limit on the numbers of goals you can set, and you can also set goals per line of business. The leading indicator screen helps you identify problems by displaying a red or orange status bar. These indicators show a recent 6-month trend and also make sure that you're on pace to hit your monthly and annual goals. For best results, implement a 30-minute monthly action plan where you upload your data, review your trends and forecasts, and check leading indicators. Make sure to identify your top 3 priorities and assign ownership.